What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls Podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I am Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Joined by my guys, Big Dave, BAWL Sports, in your face. Will the Goat Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb. We are CHGO Bulls. And our pal producer, Steven, on the controls today. What up, Steve?
What's going on, guys?
Hey!
I know this is going to be a happy day for you. We have the jersey out, and everyone saw the headline already.
Steven, I have questions.
Oh, no.
First of all, I'm loving the ensemble. I love how the shirt is matching the shoes.
Okay.
Don't think I ain't peeped that.
Yeah.
Got those deep sea blue Jordans on. Those are
yes,
dope.
he does.
True
It's a wonderful
blues.
thing. But two, when you were eating today, you told me about a meal that I had no idea about that I had ever heard of. What was a reverse tomato? What did you say it was?
Unstuffed tomato.
Unstuffed tomato.
Yeah, it might be a Greek thing. I don't know. It's just what I was, raised with. So I have a lot of weird meals that everyone scoffs at. It's actually pretty good, though.
So an unstuffed tomato is just a tomato?
It's a blended tomato, I guess, with hamburger and rice in it. It's delicious, I swear.
A blended
I mean, it sounds
tomato?
good. I like tomatoes. I like hamburger. I like rice. I'm still just a little confused on the concept.
I'm going to look it up.
Presentationally speaking.
I told him
it looks like dog food, but
Cool.
the presentation is not good.
I told him I've literally eaten that before, but I told him my mom called it witty food.
What is it called?
Witty food?
Witty food.
And then he stopped eating meat, so
Yes.
Like a loser.
yeah, so no longer winning.
Shout out to my mom.
Speaking of shout out to Mama Watson. Speaking of losers, Joey's still gone.
Joey's still gone.
But Big Dave, you told me that we are now starting a Joey return countdown.
We
is that
are
correct?
starting a Joey return because the countdown is on.
Countdown
He
to
will
Joe.
soon be back. All the Joeys out there, he will soon return to his post.
I mean,
and we'll be back
don't
on the
the
show.
kids go back to school in like a week?
Well, that means that's why
That
Joey
must
will be
mean
back.
that camp is damn near close to over.
That's what it means. The camp is almost over, and Joey will return. As you see, the countdown to Joey
Hit the like for
is
Joey.
at 11. So hit the
11
like.
days?
11 days.
That is still too many days.
11 days. Countdown to Joey is on the way.
Unacceptable.
So hit the likes for Joey. If you are Joey out there, one of you guys out there.
all the Joeys in the comments.
Again, I think it's ridiculous. But if you are Joey out there, shout out.
He's gone. I feel like we should be giving love to all the Stevens in the comments.
That's fair.
go there.
That's fair, man.
I didn't have a countdown. I've always been here.
That's
You've
real.
always
You
my
never
likes
left.
at?
Never left.
Never left.
Never left. He been right here, matching them shirts with the shoes, doing awesome things right
French
there.
Bulls TV, we don't know that Baby Joey's coming with him.
Oh,
all we
Baby
know is
Joey.
that Uncle Joey's coming back.
No, Baby Joey ain't ever gonna be
I
on
don't
camera.
think Baby Joey's ever going to come.
No,
by
he busy,
here.
bro.
He's
He
got too much
stuff. Way too much, man.
shit going on.
Internationally known, locally respected
Yeah,
Baby Joey.
true.
That's how he rose.
Speaking of lots
I
of
broke
things
wheel
going
with that
on
already.
a couple of quick reminders before we dive into today's segments. CHGO's Crosstown Series Takeover.
Crosstown?
This coming Wednesday, August 16th at Wrigley Field. Still have a couple tickets available for y'all out there if you want to catch the Crosstown Classic up on the north side this time around. If you buy a ticket through our CHGO events section,
What happens?
It gets you a ticket to the game itself and pick a side, north side, south side, one of our specifically made for the Crosstown Series, CHGO tees, north side or south side. Plus, there's going to be a pregame party in Wrigleyville before everybody piles into Wrigley Field.
What?
It's going to be a good time. Get your ticket while there are still a few left.
Sounds awesome.
As of today, we know where the pregame party is going to be, too.
Where is it?
Where is it?
This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
Only
breaking
thing that comes
news, y'all.
beat. As far as I know, their show is already over at this
Okay,
point.
here we go.
It will be at Almost Home in Wrigleyville.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
almost home.
Almost home.
You almost made it. It's all right. You're almost there. So you can have one more
As
beer.
long as the answer wasn't Cubby Bear, I was going to be a happy camper.
What's wrong? You don't like the Cubby Bear? Not a
or,
fan?
or Sluggers. Just
Or
I'm
Sluggers? Not a fan?
I am too old for that shit.
Too old for that? Will, you a Cub fan? Sluggers, Cubby Bear?
I'm too old for that shit.
Too old, man. Too
too old.
olds for this.
Lethal Weapon 1.
Yes.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Which means I will be Joe Pesci and show up in these bars and have a wonderful time. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Have I ever told you you remind me of Joe Pesci, Dave?
No, man, I've heard it several times. I mean,
The
several
resemblance
times.
is uncanny.
It's uncanny. It's a wild business right there. But the energy, the energy of Joe Pesci in those movies, I would think I'm that.
True story.
Absolutely right. Absolutely
Shortly after the CHGO Crosstown Series Takeover is the CHGO Kickoff Classic at Cog Hill.
Let's go.
Friday, August 25th.
Golf.
Tee times strike out at 9 a.m.
Shout out Jason Golf.
And they're doing the shotgun starts. Everybody's going to start at a different hole. Everybody can start at the same time, finish around the same time. You get 18 holes of golf. You get a golf cart.
Right.
You get our exclusive CHGO and Pins and Aces crossover.
Right.
Golf towel to keep right there in your golf bag for this round and
Right.
for all the rest of the rounds you play in your life. There's going to be hole contests. There's going to be giveaways and prizes. There's going to be lunch.
Beer sleeves.
Drinks. Speaking of beer sleeves. And a ceremony after the round. Plus, if you are a CHGO diehard, and if you aren't, you should be, you get a discount to this here event because that's the diehard way. You get discounts for everything.
Steven, when is because again, I'm not a golf person. You and Will are golf. Well, Will don't want to admit that he's a golf person, but I do have a question. So how are like the foursomes put together? Like, is it just something that's decided, or do y'all draw straws? Like, how does that happen?
You're able to purchase it as a group foursome or a twosome or solo.
Okay.
I'm assuming if you purchase as a solo or a twosome that you could join with somebody else.
Okay.
So I purchased my foursome, which will dominate everybody else attending this thing.
Talk your shit.
I'm already going to because it's a lock that I'm winning this thing.
Talk
My guys,
to 'em, Steven.
I suck, but my guys are so good.
Talk to him. That means
right.
Will's not on it. Like, Will, he talking
All right.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He talking crazy.
I love the confidence.
All right.
I love the
It's not my
confidence.
confidence; it's their confidence.
Your confidence in them.
Yeah, yeah.
confidence
thus
in
yourself.
their game. And thusly in
Thusly,
you.
as Matt likes to
That's
say.
it. Thusly in you. I got you. All right. We're going to see it, man.
Are we going to, for those CHGO people not participating in the actual golfing competition, can we be like placing bets on who wins? I feel like we should be.
I'll probably be doing that because I'm not golfing, but I will be all over that damn course. I promise you that. Y'all going to see me.
I feel like we could talk to the good people at DraftKings.
Yeah. As long as y'all give me the cart. I need a cart.
Let's hope that golf cart
I
is
need a
insured.
cart. Believe it. I'm a safe driver. Listen, my driving record is impeccable. All
He's
right.
just going to be cruising with his little air conditioner
Come on.
on his shoulder like
Come
a
on.
parrot.
Like
Just
it's a
cruise
radio.
around.
I can't be playing music. Are you bothered by other sounds, Steven? Like you have to have everything kind of quiet?
No,
I'm
I
doing
don't
a
care.
bachelor.
I'm going to suck regardless. I might as well have a lot of sound while I do it.
Okay. All right. Doesn't matter. Okay. 'Cause
You
I-
can't be blasting songs in people's backswings.
No.
though.
I just want to know. I don't know if you know this. I'm loud. I don't know if you know that.
I never noticed. I definitely don't wear headphones with your voice coming through them. I never noticed that.
I'm a loud human being. It's how it happens.
Can I
man.
get a mic check?
Shout out Shirtless Wonder.
He's
Check.
out there.
He's out there, baby.
It's like we're not even at the same time today. We're
Yeah.
usually 4 to 5 o'clock. We start at 5:30.
Hey, Carm.
He's out there.
You see Shirtless Wonder is out here?
He's out there, baby.
Our guy who shows up all the time sitting on this balcony with no shirt on. All the time. I love that guy. I love him, man.
It's Carm's guy.
I really want to talk to him one day.
Just tell Carm to call him.
I do actually want you to go talk to him. No, seriously, Carm. I'm serious. Please go talk to him. Carm's going to do
Carm's
this.
about to go out on
I've
our
been waiting for
balcony
this for so
and
long.
talk to the Shirtless Wonder
Carm, talk to this dude.
across the alley.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
It's actually happening.
I'm so excited.
Yes!
It's happening. It's happening. Oh, my God. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy right now. Oh, my God.
Carm is
This
making
happening,
friends with the
dog.
Shirtless Wonder.
Please tell him we've been talking about him forever. Oh, my God. This is happening in real
Dude, I
time.
hope
Oh
that
my God.
somebody pops into the YouTube comments right now whose
Oh my God.
YouTube
Okay.
username is
Carm's got information.
Shirtless Wonder.
Come back, Carm. What we got?
Speaking to the mic.
Speaking to the mic, Carm. Come on over.
Say hi to Carm, everybody.
Tell us. This is the best update of all time.
So if it's official, he watches the shows, and he's going to be putting you on right now.
No way.
Jump in the comments.
Go!
Naked guy, what's up?
Come on,
Shirtless
son.
Wonder.
No
Come
way.
on,
Jump
son.
into the comments.
An update for you guys. There's a bikini girl lives 2 floors below him.
You think I don't know that? I call her Lady Wonder. You think I don't know that?
Lady
Come
Wonder.
on, I'm on this. I'm on this stuff. I'm on this. This has been my dream. It's been my dream.
What is naked guy doing that he can be out there all the time?
We think he works for the CIA. That's my thing. We've already labeled him an international
that's-
CIA guy.
That's your hypothesis?
Yeah, what's yours?
Mine is he won a settlement getting hit by a Chicago cabbie a few years ago and just spends his entire life smoking cigs out on his balcony while not wearing a shirt.
You know what? Will, you're
He's
the writer.
like, he's Adam Sandler's character from Big Daddy.
Oh, okay. I like that.
He just hangs out on his balcony smoking cigs.
So CIA, hit by a taxi cab driver.
Right.
Will, you're the writer. You're the one who comes up with it. What do you think Shirtless Wonder does?
Retired professional baseball player.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that. I
what
like
what
that.
position?
Second base.
Second
Second
base?
base?
Second base? I can see that.
I guess.
Second baseman. All right. Second baseman.
He also could be a retired international basketball player. Because I don't know if you guys ever thought this, but I feel like he bears a striking resemblance to Evan Fournier.
Ooh, you're right.
Like, if you look at him,
Damn, you're right.
dude looks like Evan Fournier.
I never thought of it
I
that
don't think
way.
I've ever actually seen his face.
I have. I've stared at it. I've seen it in my dreams. I've seen it several times. Shirtless Wonder.
Now we got
I've been
Moriano going to
Now
do
we
some more
got Nick trying
scouting.
to-
It's Nagy.
You know, you think it's
It's not
Nagy?
Matt Nagy.
It's Matt Nagy?
The naked guy up on top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shirtless
yeah,
Wonder.
yeah.
We've called him Naked Matt Nagy for
Okay, we call him Shirtless Wonder on our
I mean-
Naked Matt Nagy.
every podcast. He gets a different name.
Okay, all right. But he's the man.
If it were Matt Nagy, he'd be evicted by now. No longer welcome in the city of Chicago.
That is fair. That is fair. Shout out to Nick, man. The most awesome in shape
Dude.
human being I've ever met in my life.
The vibes at the CHGO studio / office today have been impeccable.
Been
Immaculate
wonderful.
vibes today.
So many people.
Shout out to
we
Brandon.
had an all company meeting earlier today.
Yeah.
So everybody's been here.
Yeah.
And the vibes have been great.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandon who's here, man. I see your
Brandon in
fearless
town
leader.
from Denver.
He's up in here,
Looking
man.
absolutely so fresh right now.
Yeah.
Just the all black with the gold chain and
Oh.
the gold shoes.
And the gold
Oh,
Jordans.
I told him he was dressed like a supervillain.
Dude. Yeah.
You feel me, Steven? I told him, I was like,
Absolutely,
bro,
I
why
see
you
it.
dressed like a
I see
supervillain?
it.
Just
I was like, you look like Nino Brown, son. Like, what's going on? What
You know the
dress
good
like?
news, though?
What is that?
He's a supervillain who's on our team.
This is fair point. It's a fair point. This is a very fair point. Thank you,
He
Skeletor.
fights for us.
Dr. Doom is rocking with us, baby. That's how we roll.
Shirtless Wonder, if
Shirtless
you're watching,
Wonder.
pop into the comments.
Come on, Shirtless Wonder.
We want to hear from you.
Create an
We
account.
admire you from a distance every day.
Look, Shirtless Wonder, create an account and call yourself Shirtless Wonder.
Please
I promise
make
you.
your
I
username
still can't
Shirtless
believe Carm
Wonder.
just went out there and said what's up.
Because it's something I would have done, but we doing the show. It's
I know you
literally
would have
something.
done it, but-
yes, I would have done it immediately. but
I would not have done that.
You would-
but
it's all right.
I respect the hell out of it.
yes, everybody has their own superpower here at CHGO, and that is mine, and that is Carm's. Will's is scribing and being perfectly coiffed, looking amazing.
What if it's like one of our regular commenters?
He just
And we
always here?
just don't put the two and two together.
Demond 1599, is that you? Are you the Shirtless Wonder?
Eco Beans.
Oh my God! If it were Eco Bean, I would lose my shit.
Renewable rechargeable? Is that you?
Throne hat. You hat. Like, we got to have all these guys here.
No, I know for a fact that Throne Hat actually lives kind of up on the north side. Not.
Oh, no, I know
on
Throne
native
Hat. I was
to-
using that as a joke.
Yeah.
I know him pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's my guy right there. Shout out to him, man.
That's our guy.
But yeah. Oh, this is
What
an
if
awesome
it,
day.
What if it were French Bulls TV?
Oh!
Clem just moved to Chicago and didn't tell us.
Bonsoir.
Send Dave back to France.
Oh, Paris.
Send all of us back
Send
to France.
all of us back. Listen,
Toronto.
man. An amazing time. Steven, I wish you were there. It's an amazing
I
time.
don't even have a passport. I want to go. I gotta get on that.
You don't have, like, seriously?
I
you
really
have
don't.
a
I've
passport?
never been out of the country.
You don't have a passport
I
at
don't
all?
have a passport.
Bro, I need you to get on this, man.
You need to get on it.
Come on, man.
So-
you got to have a passport.
That when the next international CHGO trip comes around, you're ready for it.
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I
gonna
gotta be
come
ready.
around.
You're right. I don't know where they're going next, but I'm coming.
But
We
all
were
right.
just talking at lunch about going to pay market visit down in Australia.
This is. We were saying that. In the land down under, we were saying that. You know that song, Steve?
No, I don't. but
Okay,
it
thank
did
you.
make me
All right.
smile for what it's
Colin
worth.
That's why I
Hey.
love Steven. He's honest. That's why I love
great
him so
song.
much.
Where women glow
Yes.
and men plunder.
Yes. We'll see if
Can't
we
you hear,
get
can't you the thunder?
see if we get a Vegemite sandwich.
By the way, Vegemite, weird shit.
Yeah, it's what
not,
I've heard.
Not a fan.
Spam or Vegemite?
Oh, spam by
all
a
day?
mile.
Okay,
By,
all
a,
right, all
by
right.
a marathon length.
Is it because the word veggie is in the shit?
Well, no, but I've actually tried it. You
Okay,
know this.
all
I
right.
went to Australia for a soccer thing
I
when
do
I was
know this.
younger.
I do know
tried
this.
Vegemite because it's the thing you got to try when
Right.
you're there.
Right.
It's not good.
Not the thing.
Not
all right.
good.
All right.
No offense to all of our Aussie Bulls fans out there who are diehard Bulls fans and
Yes.
CHGO loyalists. We appreciate y'all. I hope you don't eat Vegemite every day because can't be good for you.
This might be the most off the rails we've ever started.
Dude,
the
we
show.
met Shirtless Wonder. Listen, man, this is the greatest
talking
moment ever.
Vegemite, we
Carl
got
talking to
Shirtless Wonder.
You know how
Good
long I've
news,
been wanting
guys.
to talk
We
to
had
this human
Stucky,
being?
Carm, and Nick on the
We've
show
got-
already.
Yes.
We still have 6 minutes before we need to take our first ad break. And our first segment is kind of light because it's just the news that Derrick Jones Jr. finally got picked up by a team yesterday.
Hey, I didn't say to get back on the rails.
Right, he was just telling you what it is.
I was just saying we are off the rails.
We can slowly get back towards the rails, and then we can leave the rails again if we want to.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving.
It's a Thursday that's actually a Friday. I'm
leaving.
Dave's leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving. Maybe Steve Madden will roll through and talk to us about some shoes. So there you saw on your screen if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you, Steven. From Shams Shrine yesterday, free agent /center Derrick Jones Jr. has agreed to a 1-year fully guaranteed deal with the Dallas Mavericks. His agent, Aaron Turner of various teams, told The Athletic. So
shout out to him.
Still, and I like this is as of earlier to this afternoon when I checked. I still have not seen any official numbers on this 1-year fully guaranteed deal.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it is more about equal to or less than the $3.3 million player option that he somewhat surprisingly turned down earlier this summer, leading up to that player option deadline. What do we think about this? I know some people have talked about how he might actually be a great fit there as a lob threat, a rim runner for Luka to be throwing passes to.
Right.
And / are we sad to see Derrick Jones Jr. move on? Because personally, I'm just happy for him that he got himself on a contract on a new team, and I feel like the moves that the Bulls have made. I didn't know where he was fitting into this rotation had he stuck around next season.
It's a great point. Yeah, I'm happy he has a new situation. I am not in the least bit sad that he's gone at all. But I'm happy he has a new situation. John Sabine, our guy, big Mavs fan, he's been talking about getting Derrick Jones Jr. for a few months now.
Yep.
So they obviously have room for him and what he can play and how he can add to the roster of what they had. And putting a guy like that around an elite point guard, actually 2 elite point guards in Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic will do nothing but help him. That would be awesome for him to be out there for that team. So it's good news, for him. He's in a very good situation. I'm completely okay with him leaving. I'm all right because the Bulls kind of knew what they wanted from him, but then at the same time didn't, because we saw many times that he didn't play, especially in not this season that just happened, but the previous season. Remember, we were like, damn, why isn't he out there? We could probably use somebody like that. And we didn't see him until the second half of the season. And then he decided to shoot like 40% from the three-point line and was very productive. But in this season, he got a lot more time and wasn't as great. It just wasn't as great out there. And then there was times I was like, well, he should go sit down and let me see Dalen Terry for 2 minutes at least or something like that. But overall, Derrick Jones Jr. is a solid basketball player. He's in the right position for a guy who's athletic and doesn't need the ball to be productive. He's in the right place for those kind of things.
Yeah, my guess, based on the wording of the tweet, is that it's going to be a veteran's minimum. Typically, especially when he's citing an agent who told him the news, the agent wants this news to look good for them.
Yeah. And
so for it to say it's a fully guaranteed deal and not specify the number tells me
it's a vet minimum.
It's a vet min.
Fully guaranteed.
Because if the tweet is Derrick Jones Jr. signs for the vet min, it doesn't look as good for the agent as Derrick Jones Jr. got a fully guaranteed deal.
Right. That's a really good point. Wow.
So that's
that's the GOAT.
read on that.
Smart.
But on the basketball court, look, he decided to leave. He's making probably less than what he was making with the Bulls. The Bulls replaced him with Torrey Craig.
Yeah.
They brought in a guy who could basically play that role but better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think also we talked about it before, right? As good as Derrick was filling in that, backup 4, backup 5 role, it's just the Bulls needed to try to find an upgrade.
Yeah.
And they needed to try to find an upgrade somewhere. And if it wasn't going to be Zach DeMar or Vooch, if it wasn't going to be trading Patrick or Kobe or Ayo, you need to find ways to get upgrades. And I think that was kind of the one that had to move on. Certainly the fact that he ended up turning down the player option, which would have paid him more, helped the Bulls out financially because it allowed them to go out and sign maybe Ayo to more money than what we would have expected while still staying under the tax. So I think it works out for everybody. Like you said, he's going to look really good catching lobs from Luka, just being a switchable defender. And you see what the vision is for the Mavericks, right? They wanted to get Max Prosper in the draft. They wanted to go out and get Derrick Jones and just a bunch of guys that can switch everything and provide spacing and athleticism around Luka and Kyrie. So I think it works well for everybody. Obviously, it's sad to see guys go, but I think this is just a better situation for both sides.
Who do you think this immediately benefits on the Bulls? Because we were wondering about how guys would, get into the rotation, and now getting a guy who was obviously in the rotation and putting them out. Who do you think that this actually helps on the Bulls as far as getting on the floor?
Yeah, I would say, Patrick and Torrey Craig obviously stand out. The two other power forwards, I think we're going to see a lot of time. If there was another person in the mix, minutes might have gotten a little squeezed, or maybe Derrick was just going to be totally out of the rotation. Mm-hmm. But I think sort of quietly, Andre Drummond benefits a lot here because now who else? What are the other backup 5 options?
Yeah.
I mean, is it Patrick?
That's a good point.
Derrick played a lot of those minutes, and when we did see Drummond fall out of the rotation, it was usually because Derrick Jones was playing backup 5.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with Derrick out, there's probably not going to be that small ball 5 option, so probably Drummond.
Speaking of which, happy birthday to Andre Drummond. It's his birthday today. It is his 30th birthday.
You mean 38th?
Today. Nope, not 38th. 30th.
Wow.
The man that every NBA fan assumes is 38.
Yeah, look at
how is he as old as me?
Yeah.
That man is at least 25 years older than me.
He turned up until today, Andre Drummond was in his 20s. This whole time. Except for, when he was like a baby and then a teenager.
Yeah.
This whole time. He has been in his 20s.
Yes.
The man has somehow played 30 years of NBA basketball, but he just turned 30. It's wild.
It is impressive. Shout out to him.
Yes. French Bulls TV said DJJ was never better than when Lonzo and then Dragic were playing pick and rolls with him to send lobs and dunk, and he dunks it. Without them, he was a lot less comfortable in the offense. That's true. Damon, meanwhile, saying Miami Heat brought the best out of Derrick Jones Jr. How dare you, Damon? Let's not bring Miami into this. We don't need to do that today. These are good vibes today.
So not necessary.
Not necessary.
Steven said,
"It's a perfect day for that." Who are we kidding?
Steven been talking. He got a chair shot.
I think that's an interesting point too, because when you look at the Derrick Jones Jr. era on the Bulls. Mm-hmm. Why did that happen? It came as a result of the Lowry Markkanen trade.
Yes, sir.
That was what they got in return for Lowry, plus the lottery-protected Blazers pick. And now, 2 years later, you've had a couple of seasons of a decent backup 4, backup 5, and a draft pick that may or may not end up conveying for a guy who's an all-star this year.
It's a good point, man.
A couple of favorite moments, and then we can take our first break, from Derrick Jones Jr.'s Bulls tenure.
Oh, I know mine.
Obviously, the facial of a dunk on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Bing!
Holy Lord.
Bing!
And the subtle but very sharp. DJJ is a pointy guy. He's got a lot of sharp elbows and edges everywhere.
He does.
The sharp
He's
elbow
a pointy guy.
to the sternum/ribs area of one Captain Douchebag.
Oh, he is right. That did happen. You know why I like the dunk so much? Because I think it was everybody who works here first introduction to me and Matt and how we actually
our
operate.
First day.
Because we murdered Steven. I believe it was Steve. Who was it that we just hugged the hell out of? Was it Joey? It probably was
It
Joey.
wasn't me.
Okay. It was Joey. We murdered Joey that day.
We murdered Joey.
Like
a little bit.
He didn't. Nobody here really understood. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
They didn't understood. They never understood. Like, it's coming up next, y'all. Just be knowing that. But they never understood just how me and Matt operate until when they saw that dunk and how me and him lost our minds and just went around crazy on that. They were like, "Oh my God, these dudes are really insane."
The first day of CHGO?
That was our launch day, March 4th. And we, after a full slate of CHGO shows all day, we had Bulls pre and post of a Bulls-Bucks game.
Yeah.
That the Bulls lost.
And remember, everybody went to lunch, and everybody was like, "Hey, guys, you want to come to lunch, hang out with us?" And me and Matt were like, "No, we're watching the game." We're like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We focus, all right?" So they learned that day just this insanity is not just for show.
Welcome
this
to the
Thunderdome. This is how we roll, baby. Oh, my God. That was fun. I remember that well. That was fun.
More to come on today's show, including Joakim Noah, a year away from Hall of Fame eligibility.
Speaking of insanity.
We're going to talk about his Hall of Fame resume. And also, Josh Hart gets an extension from the New York Knicks. How might that correlate to a potential Patrick Williams extension? We'll touch on that to round out the show. While we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors, you know the drill. Hit that thumbs up just like you see Vooch doing. And make sure you subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Dave, who's first?
Well, see, Baby Joey just texted me, and he said, even though I wasn't alive, I knew you all were already insane.
Well, that's fair.
Well, that's fair, baby.
Did he
Joey.
tell you whether or not he's friends with the shirtless wonder over there?
Hold on. Let me text him. Hold on. We're going to see.
I'd be shocked if they aren't friends.
He says, what kind of question is that? Of course. Like, wait, hold on. New text. How dare you not understand? Because he never understood.
Never understood.
He's saying, man, I didn't understand. I didn't get it. I never understood. Why? That's me imitating Baby Joey. That's not me saying why. That's me imitating Baby Joey crying. But yes, why? Why are these glasses so damn expensive? Why do they cost you so much money? Why do you have to pay so much for some premium polarized shades to put on your face? Well, you know who's upset about that? This man with the Birks on, this man with the suede joints on, and also this person right here. But you know what's extra upset is Shady Rays. I broke Will again. Shady Rays is upset. They don't get it, but they did something about it. Independent Sunglasses Company offers that world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair you ever put up on your face. Durable frames, extremely clear optics for your outdoor, and as this handsome gentleman is about to prove, your indoor aficiones.
It's a word now.
It's a word now. But also, you know what is the thing? The Matt Peck Lost in Broken Places plan. Watch out, Kevin. Oh, watch out.
Same spot.
Kevin ain't even moved, man. He ain't even flinched.
Consistency with these hat toss the last few days has been top
awesome.
notch.
It has. You were playing bags.
You my own horn.
You be the man.
Oh,
toot.
About to play bags all weekend.
That's the last. Hopefully, that's the last one, Lawrence. I don't know. That might be the last one. But let's say
Heart of Gold Lawrence has.
Oh,
what a throw.
God, man. I mean, they
That
always
was
on
a
point.
toss.
Super accurate.
He don't just look like Aaron Rodgers. He's accurate.
I worry that means that he fetches hats for me way too frequently to then throw them back to me.
Aaron Rodgers is
just
like
real
that.
good
That's how
at
he
it.
rolls, man. That's how he rolls. But let's say those glasses were on that hat. They would have broke apart, snapped in half. But if you put them into an envelope, sent them right back into Shady Rays, guess what he would have very, very soon? Brand new pair right on his face.
Shaboom.
Oh, but let's say you were watching the GOAT, which I'm not mad at you about. You were checking him out, and he was like, damn, this is a cool individual. Look at the glasses up on his face. I can look that damn cool. Then the second you get some Shady Rays, which are awesome and look amazing, you say, I'm putting them on my face. God damn it, I don't look like the GOAT. Oh, why don't I look like the GOAT? There are a myriad of reasons why. It starts with the perfectly coiffed hair and then goes down. But there's reasons why you don't look like the GOAT. But you can put those glasses back in the envelope, send them back to Shady Rays. You can pick out the glasses of your choice, and as long as it's within 30 days, you will get them for free, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that awesome? So, exclusive for the listeners out there, Shady Rays giving away their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com, use the promo code CHGO. Get 50% off of 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades. Shirtless Wonder, try for yourself. The shades are rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. That's a lot. Because the Shady Rays, y'all, with the Rays, are also shady.
Today's show also brought to you by Factor Meal Kits.
That was just, can we just hold on a second?
You okay,
Just
Will?
take a moment. That was like, that followed on track with how off the rails this show is. That was something special.
Thank you there, Will.
That was
Appreciate
something
that.
special.
That's
Thank you there,
6-minute
Doug.
ad read for Shady Rays. Brought to you by Big Dave's Thursday Vibes.
But it was awesome. As long as I made Will happy, then it's real.
I mean, that's what matters.
That's all that matters to me.
Foremost, secondly, and thirdly.
Come on now.
I'm sure that just listening to Dave convinced you to get some Shady Ray sunglasses, worked up quite an appetite for you. And you know how you can fix that problem?
Way back.
Is to get yourself some delicious pre-prep meals from Factor Meal Kits.
Talk to
We're
me.
in the thick of summer. It's hot out. Nobody feels like slaving away in the kitchen. No. You might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals to support sunny, active days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track, reaching your goals.
Right.
Ready to feel your best while making the most of your summer adventures? Stick to your wellness goals with these premium ready-to-eat meals featuring high-quality ingredients. They got broccolini, they got leeks, they got asparagus. God, I love good asparagus.
The broccolini?
Treat yourself to 34-plus weekly restaurant-quality options like bruschetta shrimp risotto, green goddess chicken, grilled steakhouse filet mignon. That's right, I said filet mignon. Wow. They also have a pepper pork chop that I got in my sampling box.
Pepper pork chop?
It was freaking bomb, y'all.
That's on fire, bro.
Spicy beef
Vegetable Thai curry.
poblano bowl.
Yes.
Also fantastic. Everything
Vegan
I
chili.
tried, every single meal I've eaten from Factor Meal Kits
Cacio
has
pepe.
been delicious. You can also get calorie smart meals from them with around or less than 550 calories per serving.
Okay.
You can do keto friendly. You can do calorie smart. You can do vegan and veggie if that's your thing, though I don't recommend it because it's weird and meat's delicious. They also got a protein pack for you meat eaters out there.
Shout out.
So here's what you do. Head to factormeals.com/CHGO Bulls 50. That's factormeals.com/CHGO Bulls 50. And then use that same promo code at checkout, CHGO Bulls 50, to get 50% off your order. That's factormeals.com/CHGO Bulls 50. Promo code at checkout, CHGO Bulls 50, 50% off. Eat healthy, eat right, eat easy with Factor Meal Kits.
Breathe. Speaking of talking about my 6 minutes. God damn. Like,
I was hitting the goose a little
I
hard today.
One more time because it was true. Thank you very much, Steven. Thank you very much.
What are we talking about?
Talking about your guy.
Should we just keep doing some more ad reads?
You want to just cruise to the finish line?
A
with
whole
more
week's
ads?
worth in just in one show.
We can do that.
He said more ad reads. Just give the people what they want.
So,
More ads.
if you caught yesterday's show, you may have seen Dave pointing out something to me
Hey,
that I
guys.
was previously unaware of.
Hi.
That so the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame's Class of 2023 induction is happening this Saturday, August 12th.
Yes.
Much the same way that, like, as soon as the NBA draft is over, people do those, like, way too early mock drafts for the
Yes.
next year's draft class.
Yes.
Clutch Points said, here is the next batch of players who could be eligible first-time ballot Hall of Famers in 2024. On that list of names was one Joakim Noah.
Hey!
And I got excited.
How do you
and
feel
then
about
I
Joakim?
wept a little bit. What?
How do you feel about Joakim?
I'm a fan.
It's a
You're
good
a fan.
question.
Okay.
I'm
a
a
very
big,
solid
big
question.
supporter
Big supporter.
of his.
Big guy? Big supporter?
Big supporter.
Yeah.
Well, I am a big guy. I'm 6'4".
Follow his
What
work?
would
I'm a
happen
big
if,
guy and a big supporter.
Yes.
What would happen if, just on a whim, you were on vacation somewhere in Europe and you got a chance to meet him? What do you think would happen in that scenario?
I don't know what each step of that would entail, but I do know it would end in me crying while
All right.
doing a YouTube show.
Also, what would it be like if some, long-haired, hat-wearing, handsome gentleman told you that this was going to happen for months, and you just, probably,
Dave,
didn't
you
believe
get all
him.
the credit.
Didn't believe him at all.
get all the
what I mean?
credit.
and then
He-
went and played offensive lineman. For you.
Absolutely manifested that.
And then
True.
Jason Kidd, I've got on my Jason Kidd with my pass and my assist, the no look, and then probably turned you into a celebrity for 5 minutes, and then when you got on the microphone, my favorite line, I don't speak French.
The paparazzi were out for you.
My
And your-
favorite
and
line,
your line was,
dog.
"I
It
don't
was
speak
my favorite
French."
line,
a
bro.
single French lesson in my life.
He was the biggest person there for 5 minutes, and they talked to him in French, Steven. And it was Joakim Noah. I don't speak French.
Great impression of someone speaking French, by the way, Dave.
Thank you very much. Thank
Really
you very
solid.
much.
Top notch.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's what it would sound like if I attempted to speak
That's
French.
what it would be. That was me. Damn, that was funny.
So,
What a moment.
also shout out a couple of internationals entering in the 2023 Hall of Fame draft class.
Yes.
Tony Parker, who we
Hey.
also saw in Paris that
Uh-huh.
day. Pau Gasol entering the Hall. Dirk Nowitzki.
Hey,
Big
shout
Dirk
out.
entering the Hall. And then Dwayne Wade, I guess, is entering
Shout
too.
out! out to the legend, Dwayne Wade.
Purdue legend Gene Keady entering posthumously.
Ooh, Gene Keady, shout out.
Jimmy V.
Jimmy
entering.
V.
76 women's Olympic basketball team.
Oh, big shout out.
And despite the fact that he is still coaching, but has met the if you're still alive and coaching, but have 25 years of experience, then you're eligible. Pop entering the hall this year.
Wow. He's getting in. Now, among that, Pop is first ballot, right?
He is entering on Saturday.
There's no world in which Pop does not just walk straight in when he's good and ready.
Right. When
I'm pretty sure Pop invented the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, players have to have been retired for 4 years to then become eligible.
Yes.
So, among players who will have been 4 years retired when this time next year and the 2024 Hall of Fame class rolls around, includes names such as Vince Carter, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver, Tyson Chandler, J.J. Barea, who we were shouting out yesterday.
Shout out.
And Joakim Noah. Let's take a quick look at Joakim's basketball resume.
Sure.
Which does include his years as a Florida Gator. 2 times named to the All-SEC team, was the 2006 NCAA Tournament's most outstanding player, and those back-to-back national championships with Florida. Also had other accolades at the collegiate level, All-SEC tourney both times, amongst a few other recognitions there. Then gets drafted 9th overall by the Bulls in the 2007 NBA draft, plays 13 NBA seasons, is named twice an All-Star, thrice to an All-Defensive team, twice to the first team, and once to the second team. Named to the All-NBA first team in the 2013-14 season, in which he was also named the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year and finished 4th in MVP voting. He also won the 2014-15 J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award. In a nutshell, those are the grand basketball achievements of my hero and still soon-to-be best friend, Joakim Noah.
Steven, can you do me a favor? Can you put up what our guy Casey is saying right there at the bottom right there? Because I think that is an awesome statement right
Casey!
there.
What
Shout out
up,
to
dude?
Casey, man. Said, when my wife Tasha and I met Matt at the UC last season, she said, isn't that the dude that cried after beating Joey Ferris? And I said, yes, that's that dude. Yes, this guy right here.
Hit me, Casey.
He's the one.
Shout out to you and your wife, Tasha, man. They're the nicest people in the world. It was when Mark K was in town.
Yes.
And we all went to one of those games, one of those several games. And I got there early. Shocker. And so I was waiting for you guys, just hanging out at the Goose Island bar in
Also
the
a
UC.
shocker.
And then just happened to strike up a conversation with Casey and Tasha about, and then, okay, remember when I told you I was going back and forth with somebody at the UC tonight about like epic Bulls moments that we were there for?
I do remember that. Yes.
It was Casey.
He was the one.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's the one who won that little back and forth.
Shout out. He conceded victory. It's not something he does often. But he conceded, man. So that means it was really, really for real. So I like how that's how she recognized you immediately. It's the dude that was crying in Paris.
These tear ducts are very recognizable.
Over Joakim Noah.
That's why he's got the Shady
awesome.
Rays on.
That's right. Shady Ray. He didn't have his Rays on that
It's getting
time.
a little dusty in here.
Who's cutting garlic in Paris? That's how we roll. But looking at that, first, I don't think Joakim Noah is the first ballot Hall of Famer, but I do think he's a Hall of Famer. I really do. And it was because of the whole resume. If you look at it, Stephen, you can put it up again. If you're looking at the whole resume about what this man did at his tenure playing basketball, now again, not just the NBA, but also college, being a back-to-back champion, something that hasn't happened since the 50s. And something
Also
that
has not happened since.
Exactly what I was about to say. It hasn't happened since he's done it. And also being the MVP of one of those as well. So obviously you were the best player on a team that won back-to-back championships. Being voted that is also a huge thing. Like you said, being 9th overall, but coming in playing 12, 13 seasons. The first team All-NBA is the one that stands out to me the most. Because if you remember that season, that was the year the NBA was just trying to show love to Joakim Noah in any way they possibly could. Because they were like, okay, we can't give you the MVP, But, dude, you were outstanding. We got to give you something.
Yeah.
You were absolutely incredible.
And, like, the first team All-NBA was not a fluke or a gift of
At all.
recognition.
At all. We're
Like-
talking about the season where he had, 23 points, 21 rebounds, and 11 blocks.
Yeah.
We're
The
talking
season
about
where,
that kind
in
of
addition
thing.
to being the best, like, 5-position defender in the
Right.
league, also became the team's point forward, point center.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He created a position that didn't exist before in the NBA, a point center. It didn't exist because Tibbs is better with point guards. Like I talk about, Billy is better with point guard. Tibbs is better with point guard. Tibbs loves point guards, all right? Shout out Jalen Brunson. He loves point guards. But if he don't have one, he went and created one out of a center. A dude who is a center. It didn't exist. And then since it's happened, now you see it often, right? Now you see Jokic being that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you see him being a point center kind of guy. But Joakim Noah was an original at that. You can say he took a little bit of Hakeem and those kind of things when running that, but Hakeem wasn't the point center. Everything ran through Joakim Noah, but not in the post. It ran at the top of the key.
That dude was at the elbows.
Yes. And
initiating offensive sets.
Oh, my God, the bounce passes he would make inside.
Those bounce passes.
That was so pretty, man. It's so pristine. And, I mean, he had so many games where he was just the best player on the floor. The Nets game, Game 7, is one of those things I think about so
Unbelievable.
often. Unbelievable
I
game.
think about that game every day.
Yep.
Every single day.
I don't doubt it, man. But he's not first ballot, but Will, I think he should definitely
I
be
think
in.
he's first ballot.
Ooh,
I
talk
do.
the shit, Will.
Let's go,
Will.
Will.
Come on, Will. Let's go. Come on, GOAT.
I don't even think it's close.
Damn.
Like,
Spicy.
even with just the NBA resume, I think he's in, probably not first ballot, but 2 national championships in college back to back. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's
Yes.
not the NBA Hall of Fame.
Correct.
I 100% agree with everything you said, but I think he's just a clear shoe-in.
Yes. I see Devin asked me, what about Vlade Divac? No. He wasn't a point center because they had Chris Webber. Chris Webber was the one running the point for them, all right? That was the one. And even before that, when he was on the Lakers, they had Magic Johnson. Like, he learned to be a dude who could pass within that offense, but Chris Webber was the one, and Magic Johnson was the one. So, no, that position didn't exist. They ran everything through Joakim Noah. They didn't run everything through Vlade Divac. They ran everything through Noah. I've never seen it before or since. I promise.
And
you.
I think-
Shout out to Jokic. I've seen it since then.
Yeah, you look at like Bill Simmons has the how does he change the history of basketball? Like, Can you tell the story of basketball without him? You look at college basketball, obviously you can't. You look at the NBA and what you're talking about, just like revolutionizing a position.
Yeah.
You see that with guys like Bam Adebayo, Jokic, like so many bigs now, and you can say there have been really great passing bigs. Arvydas Sabonis is probably one of the first. Hakeem, obviously, just guys that could really be a passing hub. But the way that he actually ran the offense, he truly was the 0.5. And, maybe Magic in the finals when he had to start at center. But it was Joakim. And you put in the defensive accolades, the team success that he's had every single stop. I think he's a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcos in the comments who said Joakim Noah is absolutely a legend of this organization and the city. Long live number 13.
Yeah, you got to retire that number.
David Barista is saying, I'll agree if it's truly basketball and not NBA Hall. Let's go. That is the rule. It is the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, not the NBA Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
He says, then put him in. Can you give other examples of college stars in the Hall? That's a great question. Other basketball players who maybe were stars at the college level, not necessarily, but Joakim was also a star at the NBA level.
Literally, I was about to say that. He was an All-Star and first team All NBA.
Billy
That's a
Donovan
star.
is going to get in too for that very reason.
Right.
Yes.
So here's the other thing, and this is going to sound like it's coming from a Joakim superfan / Joakim homer, which y'all know I am.
I've been
preface
told.
it with this.
I've been told.
You can get into the Hall of Fame as a player, as a coach, as a referee, or as a contributor. There is a fourth category called contributor. Contributor is defined thusly on the Hall of Fame's website.
Thusly?
A person is eligible for enshrinement as a contributor at any time for significant contributions to the game of basketball. What constitutes a significant contribution, quote unquote, shall be determined by the Basketball Hall of Fame, its election process committee, and the contributor direct elect committee. Coupling Joakim's basketball achievements on a college court and on an NBA court with what he is doing and has done for the sport of basketball.
Lean into him, Matt.
Not just in Chicago.
Lean in.
In New York, in France. What he's doing as an investor and contributor with the Basketball Africa League as we speak. Working hard to grow the BAL and grow basketball on the continent of Africa. That is a goddamn contributor to the game of basketball. That's the definition on the Hall of Fame's website. Put this man in the goddamn Hall of Fame.
Ooh, I love it. He got into you so you understood what he was saying right there.
Jake, what do you think? Joakim Noah, Hall of Famer?
Oh,
Joakim Noah, Hall of Famer?
no.
Basketball.
Hall of Famer. Basketball.
Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
If you
No
count him as a
doubt
Gator
about
and
it.
a pro, then no effing doubt about it is what he just said, ladies and gents.
The correct answer.
Yes. Not NBA. Come on. It's like he was watching the show the whole time. Like, this is literally what we just said.
David in the comments, Mateen Cleaves type. Or a member of the Fab Five other than Chris Webber as a Hall of Fame. And,
Shout out Jimmy King and Ray Jackson. Shout out.
Jalen Rose will probably go into the Hall.
Oh, Jalen's going to the Hall.
Yeah, he'll go to the Hall.
Jalen's going to the Hall of Fame, bro. He's got to
Rob, is Peck presenting the Noah case to the Hall of Fame? I just did. I'll happily do it again in front of a larger audience.
Yes, he will.
That includes the Hall of Fame selection committee.
He absolutely
if they
will.
need me to.
I
I am available.
Even if they don't need him to.
I will show up uninvited to present Joakim's case to the Hall of Fame selection committee.
Yes, he will. Yes,
Y'all
he will.
don't have a choice.
No, you don't. You better sit down and listen to it. But again, I think for me, it's the fact of being the best player in the tournament and winning an award for that on a back-to-back team.
He won MOP, an attorney, where his team was the championship team.
For me, that says a lot because that's a completely different argument. If Corey Brewer or somebody wins that award, it's a completely different argument. But no, you're the one that wins that, and then you go on to have a very successful career in the NBA, and then go ahead and Defensive Player of the Year award as well. That award was given, and not saying he wasn't dominating cast defensively, but that was given to him because they had to give him something because he was that good that season. They're like, nah, bro, we can't give you MVP, even though he was fourth in MVP voting. We can't give you that. But what can we give you, though? Because we got to give you something. You've just been really that good. How about first team and Defensive Player of the Year award for you, sir? He earned them and deserved them both. Joakim Noah belongs in the Basketball Hall of Fame. And let me tell you right now, when it happens, first of all, this dude will be in tears. And the second thing, that speech will be epic. It will be epic. Watching Joakim Noah speak about going into the Hall of Fame, he completely deserves it, man.
Man, you're going to have to sedate me. Oh, my God. We got to take one more quick break. Then we'll come back, wrap up with a quick thought on the Josh Hart extension and what it could mean for Patrick Williams. Ooh. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, 1, thank you. 2, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. If you have, number 3, thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Today's show also brought to you by our friends at the Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary. We got another Summer Friday on deck, y'all. And that, you know what that means? You need to head to your local Sunnyside Dispensary. Your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase a wide array of their high-quality products. Sunnyside has everything you need to elevate your summer this weekend. It's your one-stop shop for all your cannabis needs. They offer easy online ordering and in-store pickup. Clickety-clack, I want this, I want that. Go to the store, pick it up on your way out the door.
That rhyme.
To get your weekend going. They've got flour for all you old school people like me. They got tinctures, they got refillable vapes and cartridges and all that jazz. And, of course, a wide array of edible selections. You can pick, you can choose.
Selecciones.
Do you want sweet, you want savory, you want chocolate, you want fruity, whatever you want. Take your pick. My personal favorite, the Good News brand gummies.
Good news.
Try the brunch ones in a little blue and orange can.
Let's go.
Just little orange slices made of heaven.
Yeah.
Right now through the rest of the month, head to sunnyside.shop and use that promo code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order. One use per customer, not stackable with their other promotions. However, it's not only for their new customers. Anyone can use that promo code of ours, CHGO25, at checkout. Pick up everything you need to elevate your summer Friday tomorrow at Sunnyside.shop. Must be 21 and over or an Illinois Med card holder.
Real quick, a guy who was great in college, but not great in the NBA, who's in the Basketball Hall of Fame, Christian Laettner.
I was going to say Laettner. Is he in the Hall?
He's in
Just
there.
for being on the – well, so the entire
He's in
92
there.
Dream Team is inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Pretty much. But Christian Laettner is in there. He's in there. 2000, but he went in 2010. It wasn't when he went in 2010, man. He's in there.
You know what he is most famous for most recently?
Being a douche.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Specifically being a douche and causing friction in the marriage of Scottie and Larsa Pippen. Because he owed
Christian
Scottie
Laettner?
Pippen a lot of money and would not pay him back, and it made Larsa really mad.
God damn, Scottie. Man, Scottie has been going through stuff. God, I see why he's drinking deuces and losing his mind. This is crazy, man.
Let me get some digits.
Scottie, come
Laettner
get-
owes me money.
I still love you, Scottie, all right? I love you. I still own your jersey. And you know what? You know where else you can get a jersey? FOCO.
Hey-o.
That's where you get one right there. You like that, Steven? You like that right there, Steven?
It was a really good transition.
Thank you
I like
very
that.
much. Hey, Steven, come on, baby. That's a lay-in right there. How I roll, baby. 2 college degrees. That's how I roll up in here. FOCO. Get fitted out in the best sports gear around. Where can you get that from? FOCO. Hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, and everything. As somebody texted me on Twitter, in betwixt. In betwixt. I didn't know it was a thing, but it's a thing. Thank you very much for making it a thing. It's baseball season, y'all. Great for the Cubs. Not so great for my White Sox. So, but when you go to the game, either happy or sad, make sure you have Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need for the game. You only get them from FOCO. And of course, take your eyes off the perfectly coiffed hair of Willigo Gottlieb and look behind us at all of the awesome things of the set decoraciones. You like that, Will? That's what happened out there. Look behind us and see it, because FOCO has supplied it, and they have put it on us, man. So show them some love, because they have shown us all kinds of love as well. Check out FOCO.com. Click on the link in the description below for all non-pre-sale items. Use the promo code CHGO. You'll get yourself 10% off, because it's FOCO. Go.
Faux show.
Faux show. God damn it.
The show.
You heard him.
Josh Hart just got paid for show.
Shout out.
This from Woj yesterday. New York Knicks guard Josh Hart finalizing a 4-year, $81 million deal.
Congratulations.
Extending his contract. Aaron Mintz and some other people who represent him at CAA basketball tell ESPN. Deal delivers Hart a total of $94 million through the 27-28 season, stacking onto his pre-existing deal. So there's that. Average annual value of $20.25 million over this 4-year 81 extension.
Right.
Obviously, Bulls fans seeing this news point to it and say, does this possibly mirror a kind of an extension we'd be looking at for one Sir Patrick Williams? Dave, what do you think?
Oh, I was going to go to Will on this one.
Will, what do you think?
I think so. I mean, you look at some of the numbers going around for, third or fourth kind of starter level players who are forwards who are, reaching or in their prime. I think that's kind of what you're getting. You have examples of guys who are a little bit more, a little bit less. I was writing some of this down earlier because this is something I want to talk about with Mark tomorrow as well. Cam Johnson, 4 years, $94.5 million, so a little bit more, closer to 25. You got Josh Hart at $480. Grant Williams, $453. I think he's going to be right in there, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. And honestly, I think getting Patrick Williams on a deal like this is awesome. If you can get this deal. And again, this is just me thinking of what I believe Patrick Williams is going to be. So if you're getting him on this kind of deal and making this kind of money for him, I feel like it's awesome for the Chicago Bulls. That means you're getting him on this deal. You're getting Zach LaVine on the kind of deal that he's on. That means you're getting Kobe White on the kind of deal that he's on. So it's not going to look bad as the years go on for these kind of players, man, especially for who I think Patrick Williams is going to be. And I think this is a great thing looking forward. If you're like, I can point to this and say, this is the kind of player that you are, so this is the kind of player contract that you should get. Not the kind of player I think you can be,
Right.
or not the kind of player I hope you to be, or I think you're going to be, but who you are right now. This is exactly the check that he should be getting. For real.
And I think that to me was the bigger takeaway from seeing this Hart number and thinking about it in terms of maybe a Patrick Williams figure, is that it is a great reminder to NBA fans who worry about caps and contracts and who can we afford this guy? Can we afford that guy? Is this guy worth this? Is he not worth this? And I don't even want to dive into the Zach LaVine contract stuff. We've covered that plenty.
Yes.
But back in the day, if you were a star NBA player, you were making somewhere between 20 and 30 million annually.
Yeah.
Now, with the incredible growth of wealth of the league and the continuing rise of the salary cap, the biggest stars of the league are now, as we saw that Jaylen Brown contract, about to be making $60 million annually.
Bank.
That kind of figure. So when you go down the dominoes, it makes sense to see a average to above average to maybe even high-end role player. Not star, not second option, role player making $20 million annually, and that being the norm.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what also looks better now? Vooch is making $20 million annually. There you go.
That's a very good point, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but Vooch is better than Josh Hart. I don't know if anybody knows that. But, yeah, you're right. Like, it feels like the contracts the Bulls are signing, whether people agree with the player who they're giving it to or not, but it feels like these are really good contracts that they're handing out to these guys that won't handcuff them in years to come and allow them to actually do something with the money that they've saved.
Yeah, and I'll, again, just not say too much because this is what I want to spend tomorrow talking about.
Sure.
But, like, Patrick Williams is already a very solid contributor.
Yes.
I know people get frustrated that he's not scoring 25 points a night, but, like, what he does for a team being one of the best perimeter defenders, guarding the biggest wing on any other team, shooting 40% on, over 4 threes per game, and getting 1.5 steal rate to 2.5 block rate. Like, he's the only player in the league that's putting up those kind of numbers. Seriously. Wow. And he's 21. So you're not just paying him for what he is, and what he is already very good.
Sure.
And I think something that you would probably pay that kind of money to. I mean, Jeremy Grant just got, I don't remember the exact number. I think it was like
Got paid by a Blazers team
close
that's
to
about to
$30
take.
million a year.
I got you.
So I think you're paying him for that, but you're also looking at this as a percent of the cap, right? And so right now, the mid-level exception is about 9% of the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
$20 million annually for Patrick next season would be 14% of the salary cap. So, I mean, it's a lot of money, but again, it's not going to like completely derail you in terms of your salary cap and your books moving forward. If you have multiple guys like that who aren't able to play, like Lonzo hurts you more than Patrick would, because Patrick's still giving you something.
Right.
He's still got more upside, and he's actually playing and contributing, whereas having $20 million of dead salary hurts you a little bit more.
Yeah. No, that makes all the sense in the world. And 5 years, 160 is what
160
is what Jeremy Grant got
Woo,
right there.
doggy.
Yeah. And again, I remember when he signed it, we all were like, damn. Like, that's a lot of money for a
$32
guy like
million.
that.
Anthony asking, I think, a fair question. If Billy and the Bulls see Pat as a bench guy, are you okay paying him $20 a year for a bench role? I don't care. If you believe in Pat and want him to stick around, pay him a reasonable amount.
Give him a check.
That keeps him around, and then while he's in the course of that contract, he will go from a bench guy to a starter.
Give him a check, all right? That's the bottom line, what we're saying right here.
And look, if you can
Pay
get
him.
him cheaper, you should.
Sure.
But I just think that's probably the range that we're going to be looking at, the way that the cap is moving. I mean, like I said, Grant Williams only 453. I think Herb Jones was right around there too. So maybe it is a little bit closer to those numbers.
Right.
But you do have more hope that Patrick is going to be, like, he's not the absolutely knockdown lethal shooter that Cam Johnson is.
Right.
Cam Johnson's also 28.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that Patrick can get to a point where he's giving you the value that is, equivalent to $20 million a year, but he also has more upside to where he could really knock that out of the park.
And real quick, just a big shout out to Ben Pfeiffer, who did an awesome breakdown on Patrick Williams and his defense. And it was one of the best breakdowns I've seen in a while, because it was critical of him where it needed to be, but also immensely positive about where he is good. as far as defense is concerned. He did a really great job. So shout out to Ben Pfeiffer. Follow him on Twitter at BJPF_. He was awesome. That was a really awesome one, man. So shout out to him.
Don't let Mark K see that. It'll make him all squirrely and upset.
Dude, it was just really honest and really, really good and really straight up. It was like, no, he's really an awesome defender, and I really have belief in him. But at the same time,
the service.
Yes, sir. But at the same time, this is what he does incorrectly. This is where he lacks. Like he showed a great play with Montrezl Harrell where Patrick didn't leave. Who's the Bulls killer? Who I'm thinking of for the Sixers? Furkan Korkmaz. Thank you. He wouldn't leave Korkmaz because Kobe White is supposed to rotate over when he leaves and goes guards Montrezl Harrell. He didn't do that, and Montrezl Harrell ended up with a free dunk right there. And he criticized him for, like it was really, really good and really, really just on point and fair. I'm all about fairness, man. I don't like one-sided shit. It was very fair in his assessment of him, bro. So it praised him where it needed to be praised, and it criticized him where it needed to be. But he feels Patrick Williams is just a really great defender who's only going to get better in his time.
Sounds like you and Mark are continuing this conversation tomorrow in some fashion.
Indeed. Tune in.
There you go. We are out of time for today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the thumbs. Throw us some thumbs ups on your way out if you haven't yet. Make sure you're subscribed to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in all week. Dave and I will be back on Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you got Will the Goat and Mark K leading you into the weekend with a fresh Bulls HQ. Keep it tuned in for that. In the meantime, you can follow Will on Twitter, Will_Gottlieb, Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls.
Hey.
And we were thrilled to be joined today on the controls by our producer and our guy, Steven.
Shout out Carm. Shout out
Jimmy
Nick.
Buckets fan as he is.
Shout out Stuckey. Everybody.
Shout
Shout
out
out
everybody.
Shirtless Wonder.
Dude, Shirtless Wonder.
For watching us.
And shout out first ballot Hall of Famer Joakim Noah.
Talk
That's what's
that.
up. That's what's up.
I wasn't ready for that, Will. I got to
Give
admit, I
Joe
wasn't ready.
a call to
I
the
wasn't ready for
hall.
You
that.
never understood.
You come in.
Never understood. Drink your AG1.
First
Drink
ballot
your
Hall of
goose.
Fame. Try for
Stop at
yourself.
Sunnyside. Have yourself a great week at Chicago. We'll talk to you next time. See you, Red. Be good.